Does AI want you to be broke and unhappy? That's exactly what I started to think when I was asked to share my Alaska travels because people wanted to see how I'm living. And I asked ChatGPT, I said, hey, I'm not a travel vlogger. My channel here, Aging on Your Terms with Vicky, is about making the plans you need to make so that you can live on your terms. And I want to start showing how I'm living. How can I incorporate my bucket list travel of Alaska into my channel without making it look like I'm trying to change my niche? You know what it said? It told me Alaska wasn't bucket list worthy. And the exact terms were Alaska is accessible to everyone. It's more of a landscape destination than a bucket list item. And what I took from that was, wow, that is really elitist. To say that something is accessible or affordable and that the common person can get there, it shouldn't be bucket list worthy. What the heck? So that response just goes to show you are what you eat. And if you grew up in the same era as me, then you saw that on TV all the time. You are what you eat. You eat junk food, get junk out. But AI was built by billionaires. And we're now starting to see that it's flawed. It can give wrong answers and it can skew answers towards the ideology of the people that built it. You've seen in the news what happened with some of the Grok responses, where I won't go into detail here. You can look it up yourself, but it was espousing some of the ideology of its founder. And this is concerning because AI is being used in so many places for so many things. It's being used with insurance companies making denials on claims and care. It's being used to replace people with brains who used to develop our IT code. It's being used in so many places and being relied upon too much that this was a revelation for me that we really need to kind of safeguard how we use it and how we let it impact our lives. Because if it thinks that going to Alaska isn't bucket list worthy because it's affordable, then it's basically telling you that your dreams and your goals are not valid because they aren't expensive enough. That if what you want to do is what others may also want to do, you shouldn't even make it be worth your time. And nothing is worth it until you've worked your entire life, saved up a bajillion dollars to go spend 10 minutes riding on a crotch rocket into inner space, because that's what the billionaires do. But we need to understand that our dreams and our goals are valid regardless. If your bucket list is to be able to learn how to swim, that's a valid bucket list. If your bucket list has on it, you want to learn how to play tennis or make sure that you have the time to go to all of your grandchildren's baseball games, that's valid. Dollar amounts shouldn't dictate what brings us joy, what adds value to our lives, and what makes us feel like life is worth living. Because dreams don't have to cost money. They don't have to be about luxury. And we shouldn't set ourselves up that unless we're doing what the Joneses, or in this case, the Musk, the Bezos, who else is rich? We shouldn't let outside influences determine what we value. We shouldn't be held to think that because we are not a Musk, a Bezos, or a Kardashian, that we are less than and we are not deserving of what we want to do. And that what we want to do is menial. Because what's menial to them brings a lot of joy to the rest of us because we're normal people. And I don't want AI to come into my life and tell me what I should value. And you shouldn't want that either. Because if AI is telling us that real things, real feelings, real desires aren't worthy, it will put us in this pit of despair that pushes all of our dreams and joy so far into the future because they're attainable because we don't have enough money. And I've seen it. I actually almost lived it. Michael and I would never take a trip until we saved up enough money to go on the big lavish trip. And that changed probably in 2010 when we realized we needed to go more places and more often while we still had the mental and physical capability to do so and enjoy them, to be able to hike, to be able to kayak, which I'm still afraid of doing. And that's on my bucket list is to stop being afraid to kayak in an ocean. But that's the point. If we always wait until everything is perfect and we can get the biggest presidential suite in the hotel and we can eat at five-star restaurants for every meal of every day that we're there, we're never going to go. We're never going to experience any type of joy. And I think that's what I really, really love about my friend Brett from Hope to Prosper. The joy is going to go camping on a beach near my home. It's very affordable, but it brings him joy. And he shares all of that with us. And it's a constant reminder you don't have to spend a lot of money in order to be happy. And we shouldn't be letting these billionaires dictate our happiness and telling us what's worthy and what's not. Because I think prior to social media, we were all just happy to have a picnic in our backyard with our friends and family, and that was joyous. And now that seems like that's so passé. We've got to go someplace and eat the steak that's dusted in gold in order for us to be happy. That's not a life anyone should be trying to attain because, especially now, with everybody getting laid off, how long is it going to take you to be able to get to that steak? It's going to take you forever, which means life gets put on hold until we are living up to the expectations others think that we should do to be happy. Be happy now. Let that crap go. Do not let AI dictate what you're doing because AI is only as good as the information fed into it by the people that built it. So for those of you that have been working with ChatGPT or any other AI to help you plan your vacations or find recipes or help you with your business plan, because I know a lot of you are doing that. Has it given you any off-the-wall response like this? Drop them in the comments below. Let's compare notes. Let's help people see just how wonky some of these answers can be and how we have to make some discerning decisions on whether or not we're going to let that infiltrate our own ideology. So I completely disagree with ChatGPT's assessment that Alaska is not a bucket list destination, and just about everybody that I encountered on my trip would agree with me. Many of them told me how much they saved in order to be able to get there and see all of the amazing sights that they wanted to see. And some people saved for years. And this wasn't just on my ship, it was just about every ship of tourists that I encountered. This was high on their list of places to get to and see because of its beauty. Yeah, it's a landscape destination, but that doesn't make it any less bucket list worthy. And of course, you know I've got facts and figures. Between May of 2023 and April of 2024, 3.05 million people traveled to Alaska. So just because ChatGPT thinks too many people went there and we should make it less special? No, I don't need ChatGPT trying to tell me my dreams are valid, and I'm not going to listen. If you made it this far with me, thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video.